Okay, so we are back and it is Champions League time. When I said we're going to play through the whole of October, I think that's an international break. I completely forgot that the Champions League would be played in October. We're in October. We've played one game since the last episode. It was an absolute belter. Let's get into it and have a look. Champions League group, we'll have a look at that game in between. I will apologise straight away to Ross and Josh, who are both Spurs fans. So, yes, here we are then. Group H is our Champions League group, and we have Dynamo Kiev, Club Brugge, and the team that I've actually predicted to win the Champions League this year, FC Bayern. It's going to be tough, but our first game is at Old Trafford against Bayern München, and it should be good. And we're not the only team that got a really tough, hard game. Liverpool, Barcelona are in Group G as well, which is absolutely a mouth-watering tie. So us Bayern, Liverpool, Barca, there were some pretty interesting groups actually. If we go through and just look at the stages and go to the group stage. So PSG, Benfica, Lazio is not too bad. Man City got an easy group. Their tough game will be Salzburg. Inter, Borussia Dortmund and Real Madrid all in the same group. Juventus got a pretty easy group, or Zebra got an easy group. Atletico Madrid and Porto should both get through. Chelsea should get through. Barcelona, Liverpool and us and Bayern. Very, very interesting. But I also mentioned that there was a game in between the last one and this one. And well, there it is. We beat Spurs 6-0. It was absolutely ludicrous. Obviously, we had injury problems. We had wingers out injured. We had a few fullbacks out injured. So Sancho was fit enough for the bench, and that's where he played. He came on for the last little bit of the game. But it turns out that a diamond formation on FM21 appears to be pretty good. We created an XG of 2.67 but also scored 6 goals. Bruno Fernandes got a hat-trick from Mazzala in central midfield. Alex Telles and Wan-Bissaka were superb going forward on the pitch. Rashford got 2 goals. It was just ridiculous. It was absolutely ridiculous. You can see from the bench that we didn't have everybody back that we wanted. Kovalenko was there, Van der Beek was there, Tuanzebe was on the bench, Eric Bailly was on the bench, so we had no backup fullbacks. Greenwood started on the bench because I went with Martial and Rashford. Sancho came on in one of the striker roles, so I'm actually thinking now, against Bayern, we may go for the diamond. Even though we've got people back fit and healthy, I think we will go for the diamond because we absolutely demolished Spurs. It's similar to how Man City demolished us in the last episode, so it's really good. And you may have seen it there. The signing was confirmed for Hossein Aouar, or however you want to pronounce his name. Really good. He's really, really good. We've got him for 25 million. I spent quite a lot of the time unsettling him to get him a bit cheaper. I've seen other FM YouTubers sign him for around about 30 to 33 million. So the fact we got him for 25, I was very happy with that. But that's it. There was no more ins. There was no more outs. Deadline day is gone, been and finished. And it was all good. Brandon Williams ended up going on loan to picking Olympic Lyon over Olympic Marseille. But overall, it was all pretty good, all pretty well and done. We let Elanga move on loan to Forest Green and Galbraith move on loan to Rotherham. But other than that, it was all said and done, really. So I think we're going to go into the game against Bayern with pretty much an unchanged team. I'm tempted to bring Luke Shaw is now back. He was injured as well. I'm tempted to bring him on probably for Kovalenko. I'd imagine he's the most obvious one that would miss out from the bench. Edison Cavani could probably go back on the bench, but this is an issue I have with Cavani. He got a season in a friendly, got an injury, in a friendly in pre-season, torn groin muscle, a major injury. He's come back from that and he got a slight bruised shin in training for us, and then got a slight bruised shin in a match against Argentina for Uruguay. And I just think he's going to be very, very injury prone. But he will go on the bench for today. Given how we're lining up, I'm probably going to say that McTominay can be rested. Maybe Garay, because Tominay could fill in at centre-back if needs be. Yeah, we'll do that for now. We'll put him on the bench instead of Edison Garay. Edison Garay. That's me combining Edison Cavani and Ezekiel Garay. That's not right. But yeah, off the back of an absolute smashing of Tottenham, 6-0, let's go into it. We do find ourselves fourth. If we win our game in hand, we go top. Our game in hand's against Leicester, which is coming up next. So without further ado, let's get into it. I am a bit sceptical that the episode's length has increased quite a bit. The last one was like 40 minutes long, which is a bit too long. But we're going to stick with this team that have just won. Obviously, Bayern Munich are very, very good. Bayern Munich beat Tottenham 9-2 in the Champions League, and we beat Tottenham 6-0. So maybe a 3-2 scoreline to Bayern is the way it's going to end out. Really sorry, Spurs fans. Really sorry. But let's get into it then and see how we get on. If we can bring in, if Marcus Rashford and Bruno Fernandes can bring the form they had into the last game, it works out brilliant well. And it turns out that Paul Pogba and Bruno Fernandes are actually really good next to each other. So we'll see how it goes. Go hard when tackling Lewandowski. I don't think so. That's how you give away penalties. Maguire isn't ready for a match like this. Starts. He's clearly enjoying his football at the moment. Fans support their teams through thick and thin, come rain or shine, and today are certainly out in full force. This is a good, and it's all down to the tactical work being put in. Nichols is much better when sticking to a plan. Thank you. I think we're just going to go with no gesture and say, no, we're not. We're going to go with pump fist and say give the fans something to go with. Defenders, no gesture. I have faith. It still does generally get green across the board when you say I have faith, so it is worth still doing it. Into the tunnel. Can Alex Tellings maintain his impressive recent form? He's been playing really well. I hope he keeps it up. How much difference does Douglas Costa's absence make? I'm not worried about them. Is Jadon Sancho out because of his recent injury problems? Yeah, he's not quite right, so we can't play him. We may have risked him. I don't think we need to. It's just resting him. He's no longer first choice. No, I think that's right. It is. Are you confident Fred will perform? Yeah, I'm very happy with how he's been playing. He's doing very well. So the teams walk out at Old Trafford, and I am looking forward to this game because, again, it's another challenge. We are going to change to key highlights because I feel like the halftime analysis, I'm getting the hang of what I need to look at and stuff. Obviously, in the Spurs game, I didn't need to look at very much. It was 4-0 at halftime, but a different beast in Bayern Munich, who will be throwing wingers and fullbacks forward, which could prove a bit of an issue because we are playing with quite attacking wing-backs ourselves in Wan-Bissaka and Telles. We're encouraging them both to get forward to create space, so we'll have to see how it unfolds as David Alaba goes back to Kimmich into Goretzka, who's got a good shot from range, just scratches the top of the bar, but over it goes. Pavard with a throw into Thomas Muller. Pavard gets it back down to the byline. In it goes. Lewandowski's there. You can't give him that much space. He needs to be man-marked. Why is Maguire not marking him tightly? Now, we were advised to not play attacking. That could be a wrong sort of shape to play or mentality to play. But Pavard with a cross in. Lewandowski just got off the back of Lindelof and stuck it in. I think with them playing one up front, I am going to try some man-marking. I'm going to get Maguire to... let's go mark-specific player, Robert Lewandowski. Now, Maguire, that's your job now. That is your job. He's got one goal. Don't let him get any more. Wan-Bissaka, Bruno, Martial, into Pogba. He's on the edge of the area. Back to Fred. Fred trying to just keep some possession. We do play pretty narrow with this diamond. The width is meant to come from the fullbacks like this with Wan-Bissaka. Gets around his man. Martial in on goal. Martial 1-1. Come on. His first goal of the season. Obviously spent a long time out injured at the beginning of the season, but that is good. Neuer's disappointed to be beaten at his near post, but Ayo's here into Fred. Down to Wan-Bissaka. And Wan-Bissaka just puts that in lovely to Martial. Look at the amount of people you get in the box playing this diamond. It is really good. Having the front three, so the attacking midfielder, the two strikers on attacking, and the Mazzala on attack as well, really makes a difference. We've dropped down to 4th position. That hasn't updated, is it? That's rubbish. But yeah, good. 1-1. Sane picks up the ball from an Alaba throw-in, and Sane obviously recent signing from Man City, and it goes to Gea with a clean catch, and as the rain starts to come down in Manchester, it's Manchester United goes long looking for Rashford. Cleared away. Boateng with a good header. Tolisso into Sane. And Leroy Sane is getting on the ball a lot. Alaba. So we go and sort of meet the ball, but you don't get lots of people pressing around. And Martial's intercepted that terrible pass. 1-2 with Marcus Rashford. As Martial could give it back to Rashford and does. He's into the box. Marcus Rashford 2-1. 5th goal of the season. And Marcus Rashford with a lovely goal. He is on fire at the moment. MBE back from injury. And I just think that playing two players up front really seems to work well for us. So much pace in Martial and Rashford. I'm tempted to train Sancho to become a striker because I think it would work really well. Obviously, let me know down in the comments, what do you think we do with Sancho? Because this formation, if it keeps working well, I think there's no reason to mix it up. So do we train Sancho, or do we go back to a more traditional sort of 4-1-2-3 formation where we get the best out, or potentially get the best out of Sancho? He's only just coming back from injury, so we don't know how he's going to play in a diamond formation as Telles into Fred. Fred over to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka, again, he's not really known as an attacking fullback, but he's putting in wonderful little balls like that. And Marcus Rashford has turned this around. It's 3-1 to Man United inside 20 minutes. And Manuel Neuer he's having a shocker. He's let 2 goals in at the near post. Wan-Bissaka, really, really good. Martial just dropping off in that deep lying forward role. Go back to him. A low little pass in. Rashford's there at the near post. We've dropped down to positive. 3-1. What a game at Old Trafford we're having. Tolisso gives it back to Alaba from the throw-in. Picks this one up. Tolisso again out to Thomas Muller into Goretzka. Pavard has got a lot of space into Thomas Muller again, and that's a good block on that one from Alex Telles, who clears it away up the line. It's good. If you look at XG, we've got 1.02 XG, but we've scored 3 goals. It's very similar to the game against Tottenham as Rashford's in again, in behind, and he dinks the goalkeeper. It's the first dink we've seen in Football Manager. I'll zoom in on that on the replay. And it's 4-1. We're beating Bayern Munich 4-1. This is ridiculous. So as we zoom in for this, Martial, left-footed pass through. Who thought he'd be such a good creator? As Rashford, little dink over Neuer as he goes down. Marcus Rashford's got a hat-trick inside 36 minutes against Bayern Munich. Absolutely crazy. Alaba with a throw-in. It's headed away by Wan-Bissaka. Bruno Fernandes is going to get there first, and we leave Martial and Rashford forward from these set pieces, and what a ball through from Bruno. Marcus Rashford's in, and he's put this one past the post. Oh my word. What a first half performance this has been, as we're into 2 minutes of injury time. Hassam Aour, who's actually been pretty quiet. I imagine he's been ticking things over quite nicely. Bruno into Rashford. Rashford's having an absolute stormer. Great block from Nicolas Soulé. And Pavard and Muller are just trying to sort themselves out the back. And they've given that away in their own half. And Bayern Munich are at 6s and 7s. It started so well for them through Lewandowski's goal. But we've absolutely turned it around. Lewandowski can't get past Maguire. Does stop it going out for a goal kick though. Goretzka's there. It's 4-2. It's a lovely goal. You've got to give him credit there. Good play from Lewandowski. Got round Maguire quite easily. And Goretzka picks the ball out the back of the net and runs it back to the halfway line. Lewandowski. Maguire putting a good tackle. Lewandowski actually did really well to keep it in play. Good cross, and Goretzka left-footed volley. A lovely finish. 4-2. I imagine that will be the score as we go into half-time. Maybe not. There's another highlight. Wan-Bissaka. Martial beaten in the air. Kimmich gets it away. Fred is there. Back to Lindelof. Pogba in acres of space in the middle. No one picking him up. Bruno Fernandes dinks it over, looking for Rashford. Forced wide. Can he put the cross in? Lays it back to Telles. Pogba into Rashford again. Rashford. It's off the line. It's gone in. It's Hassam Aour. I've said he's been quiet, and I said we're going to half-time 4-2. How wrong was I? It is 5-2. A bit of a calamitous goal. We're actually going to change. I'm going to put a replay camera to be TV. That's not what I meant. Behind goal, because you get a completely different angle from the TV view. So Rashford here laid it into Telles. Into Pogba. Lovely first-time pass back to Rashford. He was tackled. The clearance hit Neuer. Hit Hassam Aour. And it's 5-2. 7 goals in the first half. Absolutely ridiculous. Look at this XG. It is incredible. Absolutely incredible. 9 shots, 7 on target. An XG of 1.67, but we've scored 5 goals. Ridiculously good. Outstretched arms in praise. I'm very pleased. I mean, what else can you say? What else can you say? We'll go with that same team into the second half, but I think we're at a point where we could potentially ring the changes and not be too concerned as Bayern Munich get the second half underway. And it's back with Alaba. He goes long. Pogba, easy interception. We're not letting Bayern Munich play out. And I really hope we are playing a high line of engagement and a high line of press. And I really hope it's not the same as FM20 where that's just so overpowered. As Pavard goes long, Maguire is beaten by Lewandowski, but he's tight marking him, so he doesn't get too much freedom. Fred on the ball. He is that pivot in front of the back four. And gets it back from Maguire into Pogba. Pogba into Hassam Aour. There's runners in front of him, and he's gone round one. Back heel to Bruno. Bruno tries to get towards the byline. Beats Tolisso. That's surely a penalty. Surely that is a penalty. The referee says foul. It probably will go to VAR. And they are checking it. It looked like a penalty. VAR check in, and it is a penalty. It's given to Bruno. Bruno Fernandes. Oh, what a save from Manuel Neuer. What a save from Manuel Neuer. And, well, it remains 5-2. Oh, yeah. Out to Alex Telles. Alex Telles comes forward with it on that left-hand side. His cross is blocked by Kimmich, and Pogba lays it back to Fred. Into Maguire. Pogba. Maguire. Back to Pogba. And Pogba into Rashford. And Rashford shoots. Good save from Neuer. This formation does seem to get the best out of Pogba, which is key for United, really. It's what they're not doing in real life. So it does make a difference when you get the best out of him. I mean, look at these ratings. It's absolutely incredible. De Gea's our worst rated player on a 6.6. I think we are going to make some changes. We'll probably... Let's do... I sort of want to give Cavani a run out, but I don't want to take... It's a bit early to take Rashford off. It would be good to give him a rest. Do you know what? Rashford's got a hat-trick. It's 5-2. There's half an hour to go. Let's give Edison Cavani half an hour running around. Maybe get a goal. Who knows? Throw in to United. Alex Telles gives it in to Pogba. Lays it looking for Fred. Not a good pass, though, and Serge Gnabry will bring this one away. Maguire knows he's got to stay with Lewandowski, so he hasn't gone to Serge Gnabry. It's a clever run from Lewandowski to draw Maguire away. I would have preferred Lindelof to go to the ball, but back across goal, Goretzka heads it over from close range. That's the first real match engine issue I've seen of where a man-marked issue has caused no defender to go to the man with the ball, which is very unrealistic. But we'll see how it turns out as Kimmich turns, put that back in towards Kingsley Coman, who gets around Alex Telles. Great save from David De Gea. Looked like he'd gone down early, but Kingsley Coman shot was on target, so it is a good save by the Spaniard. Kimmich floats this one into the box, headed away by Lindelof, and Serge Gnabry will get there first. Can he keep it alive? Runs down the left. Still going. Serge Gnabry, the ex-Arsenal and West Brom man, weirdly. But no, nothing comes of it. So the final 5 minutes, 2 subs then. It is Sancho on for Martial up front and Van de Beek on for Bruno Fernandes in the middle. 2 really good performers coming off. And, well, it's been an outstanding performance all round as Telles. Van de Beek, one of them shoot. They're just squaring it to each other. It goes past the post in the end. But a lovely, yeah, what a performance this is. 5-2, no goals in the second half. All the goals in the first half, 7-goal thriller, an XG of 2.89. We scored 5 goals. Absolutely ridiculous. Diamonds may well be forever. What a performance. Marcus Rashford. I mean, I'm very pleased. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant, that. That was sensational turnaround. A fantastic, absolutely ecstatic. How pleased are you with that win? I'm very happy. You must be pleased with Marcus Rashford. He was amazing. What are your thoughts on the use of technology? I fully support it. It helps get the right decisions, i.e. give us a penalty. We go top of that. Bayern Munich go bottom of the group. Who would have thought that when this group was drawn? But there you go. What a smashing of Bayern Munich that is. And in essence of keeping these episodes a little bit shorter, we are going to probably call it there, I think. We will put an arm around your shoulder and say, you were superb in front of goal, Mr. As Deschamps was there, Gareth Southgate was also there. I think both those managers are going to be mightily impressed with the players they saw. So now, because I forgot about that, I mean, 11 goals in 2 games is ridiculous. We will come back for... Now, I can either do Arsenal and Kiev or Kiev and Man City. We've already played Man City once, so I think we'll come back for Arsenal and Dynamo Kiev and do 2 games an episode. We'll go back to 2 games an episode, and I'll try and just slice up the highlights and stuff to make it a bit shorter, because obviously we're going to have Man City. That will probably come back in the January, towards the end of December, and then the end of January, just to see if there's any transfers and stuff. But what a start to the Champions League! A 5-2 win over FC Bayern. Fantastic performances all round. If you enjoyed that, leave a like. If you keep hitting that like target of around 50 likes, there will be daily videos. So we need to keep it going. Remember to tune in on Twitch if you wanted to see me play some live Football Manager on Monday and Wednesdays around about 12 or 12:30 UK time at noon time, that is, because I live in Singapore, so I'm 8 hours ahead. But thank you so much for watching. Leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think of the new tactic. And for now, I'm out. Cheers.